Now we are going to warp exactly the same as we usually do, but we are going to pay special attention to what's happening in front of our reed. This is where it's quite possible for our boucle to get caught around other strands of boucle as we're winding. So we're just going to pay attention. And because we're standing behind our loom, we're going to pay attention by the feel. So as I wind forward, I'm paying attention to how it feels as it's winding through the reed. If at any time it starts to get hard to turn, then I'm going to check and see what's going on in front of my reed. Now, as always, I'm going to do one full turn on that back beam. So now I've done that turn and I can add my first piece of paper. See if I can get one off the layer here. All right, so I'm just going to slide it in from underneath, wiggle it into place, and then I can start winding again. Now I'm going to adjust the camera so you can continue to see what's going on. So we'll move back out so I can keep winding forward. Everything's under tension, so it's quite possible we won't have any problems winding, but I usually have one or two spots that get a little bit tight. But so far we're doing fine. Okay, so I just felt something here, so I'm just going to check and see what's going on. And let's just zoom right in here. So right in here, I can see that I have a few loose threads. And I'm just going to slide that looseness back, because as it loosens, and it's not a big deal, there was probably just a sag in the warp, I'm just going to move that back so that we can wind through easily. Sometimes there might have been a little knot that you missed, whatever. At this point, we don't need to worry what's causing it. We just want to find the twist and move it back. I'm doing it very gently, very carefully, because I don't want to break anything. Boucle is actually a little bit fragile, so we do need to be careful with it. As I'm doing this, I'm not really pulling on anything. If I was pulling on anything, then I'd have to follow that up, and I'll do it this time. I'll have to follow that up with a pull all the way across the loom in small bundles, just to tighten up and make everything even. Remember, what you do to one bundle, you have to do to all the bundles. I see a cross here. I'm just going to move that back. Now I'm almost to the end of my paper, so I'm just going to wind a smidge more. Let's zoom out again and move my chair back. So you can keep seeing what's going on. So the end of my paper is here. I'm just going to wind a little bit forward, and I'll add my next piece of paper. And then I can wind again. And again, I'm feeling how it's feeling in as I turn. If it's ever hard to turn, I know I need to stop and check. So far, everything's been going beautifully, and there's been nothing for me to show you. I have a few, so some of those loose ends that I moved back, I can see They're kind of crossed at the heddle. They weren't causing me any problems yet, but they might have. So I'm just going to clear them out. I've got a few more on the other side here. This one's super long. I'm not quite sure why, but I'll just slide it back to the pegs there. You can see when I'm loosening things up, when I'm doing a little untangle, I'm not going all the way back to the pegs. I'm just sliding it back a little bit. So yarn under tension is usually happy. It doesn't generally tangle when it's under tension, and so that's why I really do prefer walking my loom to the pegs. But I'll do another video where we do a crank and yank with this too, so you can see that it can absolutely be done. All right, so things got a little tight there. If I don't know where the spot is, I can actually come and feel my warp because it'll be a little tighter where the tangle is. I feel it, I'm not seeing it yet. Oh. And it's just because my camera is adding a little extra, sorry for the wobbles there, my camera was adding a little extra tension. I think it's all good now. I'm just going to give a little crank and yank. As I'm doing that, I can actually be looking around the heddles and see if there's anything I need to worry about. There, and that's as far as I can go because my camera won't let me go any further. So I'm going to now take it off my pegs. I'll finish the winding and then I'll just go regular from there, tying on and ready to weave. So after I cut the yarn off the pegs, I started winding loose, and you can see what's happening here is it all gets all tangled up by the reed, but it isn't really tangled. So let's see if I can show you this while holding my camera. So I've braced my foot on the bottom here, and I'm going to take one hand and I'm just going to give it a pull. And you can see it tightens things up and most of the tangle loosens up. And I can just get my fingers in there and loosen up the other ones. And I'll just do that all the way across. And then I'll be able to start winding again. So nothing is really tangled. It's just those textured bits get caught around each other and then they don't want to move. So you don't have to panic. You're not in a tangled mess that's going to be impossible to fix. There, so now I should just be able to wind forward again. And you can actually see those twists roll out as I wind forward.